So I love thrifting, and I love what we call a thrift haul. Going to thrift stores and antique malls, something that I call inspiration sailing, is great. I can always find a lot of treasures at really good prices that inspire me to create something extraordinary out of something ordinary. Now, one of the things that I'm most drawn to is lighting of any kind. So, for instance, I found this lamp at a thrift store, and it was $9.99. So not bad for 10 bucks, and it looks great the way it is. But of course, I'm not gonna leave it the way it is. I thought spray painted all black, including the jewels that are on it, which by the way are all plastic, would make it look a lot more interesting. Now, I don't know if it works, so once I plug it in and put a light bulb in, I'll know if I'm gonna have to rewire it. It still works, great. But it's something to consider anyway, because it would be cool to have a black cord or an antique looking cord. Now, one of the things that I've really gotten into lately is something that I'm calling New Gothic. I know there are a lot of you out there who love Gothic decor. If you think about it, modern farmhouse, which has been a trend for a while now, really incorporates a lot of Gothic elements, and painting them white or painting them gray. Well, in this case, it's some of those same elements, but instead of white or gray and a light airy touch, painting them black as a really cool accent in maybe all of those neutral colors in your home with that farmhouse look. I also found this great floor lamp, also for 10 bucks, if you can get a look at that. Now, this is a wrought iron looking floor lamp that's black but very dusty. Again, not sure if it works, but it doesn't matter because I plan on cleaning it up, painting it, and rewiring it if I have to. I found this at Big Lots. It was $30 and it's a planter. They had 3 different sizes. There was a smaller and a larger one. I got the medium and thought, well, what if I take it apart and do something different with that? Ta-da! Dome-shaped metal lampshades are a huge trend, and they gave me a great upcycling idea. I think this would make a really cool lampshade for my modern, new Gothic floor lamp. Now, not to let anything go to waste, I'm going to use the bottom half of this as my lampshade for my new Gothic table lamp. Both the table lamp and my floor lamp have turned out really, really nicely. They both look brand new, but the cord did not turn out as I had hoped. The plastic deteriorating, almost rubber finish of the cord just didn't take the spray paint, so it's tacky. So I'm gonna be using a plastic product to wrap the cord. I'm going to use some electrical tape to get it started. Now, this is probably gonna be a little time consuming because I've got to keep passing this back and forth while also trying to keep it reasonably tight. Once I get it going, I think it'll move a lot faster. So far it's looking pretty good and interesting also. I think I'm really gonna love that. Almost looks like a spring coil of some sort. And I think I'm going to need some clamps to hold on to this so that when I have to let it go for whatever reason, I can clamp it in place and it won't completely unravel. I'm all the way at the top, and until I glue this down, I'm not gonna cut that off. But yay, success. Look how good the cord looks. Really interesting texture and sheen, and it looks like a vintage cord, or like I said earlier, a coil of some sort. So really interesting. I'm happy with that. I think the lamp looks great just with the bulb the way it is, but I'm gonna add a little Victorian and or Gothic detail that I think is really gonna finish it out beautifully. I found this trim at the Dollar Tree, and it is a metal ribbon that looks just like this once it's open. And I'm going to be spray painting this black, and this will go all the way around the edge of my lampshade, just like this coming off of the end, if you can see that. And from there, I'm going to be hanging these black crystals that I ordered online. These are actually glass, so they're a pretty good quality. And the reason I like that trim is because it already has tiny holes in it that then the crystals actually go right into, just like that. And they hang really nicely. So I have two different sizes, one a little bit longer than the other, so they'll alternate up and down as it goes around. And what I've done is I've done 8 holes, all at opposite ends from each other. And I'm going to be using these little jewelry pins that are intended to be used for earrings, things like that in jewelry, and I'll show you how I'm going to attach this. So in my holes, I can pass this right through, and the head of it actually stays. So then I will be able to pass it through the top of my trim and bend it back. And that holds it in place really nicely. And if I decide I don't want to use it or get tired of it, I can just remove it. I can start hanging my crystals. So I've got my large crystals and my small crystals, and I'm going to be putting these right in the center of each of the circles in my trim. So there's a small one, a large one, and it's great because all I have to do is pinch these in place. I probably need these. Oh, so much easier with my readers in. Whew, we're almost halfway through, and I have to admit, this is kind of the fun part, because like everything else, I think the most fun is when you're doing the decorating. Last one, and there we are, all the way around. Ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da! And they all work out perfectly, alternating between a large one and a small one. Originally, I counted 52. I'm pretty sure that's probably what we ended up with. Let's see how I'm going to attach these bottom suckers. I decided to use the crystal ones instead. All right, the last crystal going into the little cup. There we are. All right, all ready to plug in and test. Oh, there's no bulb in it. Be with you in a minute. And now for the moment of truth on my floor lamp. Yay! And now for the shade. Now this is a finial I already have. There it is.